This is the real Tom Rose, and we're dealing with a sentence that is correct as written, but let's talk about why. I think it helps to break this down into its component, this sentence down into its modifier pieces to try to understand what's actually going on. By 2010 is simply setting the stage. That's an opening modifier. The sentence really begins here. More than 1 million Minnesotans will have purchased an all-terrain vehicle. We've got the Minnesotans. We have will have purchased. So this is our subject. Here's our verb. And so what happens after this comma? Well, after the comma, we actually have a really long extended, I'm actually going to cross it out. We have a long extended modifier. So when you're tracking this down, there's only two things to evaluate. One is, does it correctly modify the right thing? That's a criteria for a noun modifier. And two, is the noun modifier itself grammatically correct within itself? So first of all, if this is a noun modifier, what logically should it be modifying? So a small motorized buggy generally used for recreational purposes, blah, blah, blah. That is referring to an all-terrain vehicle. It is immediately adjacent to all-terrain vehicle, so that is used correctly. Now let's look at it in and of itself. This is what makes it easier for me, is when rather than trying to process the whole sentence, I just look at the modifier alone. So is it okay to describe an all-terrain vehicle as a small motorized buggy that is generally used for recreational purposes rather than practical travel? And the answer is yes, and that's okay. So the answer is E, no error.